So I have 6 white potatoes here that I've already washed and cleaned. I think I was using Idaho potatoes, and I'm using a KitchenAid potato veggie pillar, whatever you want to call the thing. So after that, I'm going to shred the potatoes using the cheese grater. Then I'm going to put them in ice cold water. So you know how when you're cooking potatoes and you peel potatoes, they start to turn brown really fast. But if you put them in cold water, it's going to keep them from turning brown, and it also removes a lot of the starch, the excess starch that's on the potatoes also. That's what we're doing here. So while I was peeling them, I actually started to remove the starch off as I was going. So I just got a thing of cold water and was putting the potatoes in there as I was going along before I actually started grating to, just keep them from getting brown. Like I say, I don't want the brown, icky looking potatoes. So I've completely finished peeling my potatoes. And like I said, I had them soaking in water as I was going along. But now I'm going to shred the potatoes using this cheese grater. And I'm using the side with the open holes. And make sure when you're doing this step that you watch your fingers, because you can cut your fingers or your knuckles when you're doing this. I've done it before. So I know, and it's very painful. So that's what we're doing here. Then, as you're grating, just take your potatoes and put them back in your ice cold water. So, again, like I say, they won't get dark, well, brown. Start turning this brownish reddish looking color, and it also will remove the dirt and the starch from the potatoes. So I did wash my potatoes off after I finished grating them. Then I put them in another clean bowl of ice cold water. And I'm going to let them soak in here for about 30 minutes, I'm going to say. And I'm going to move on to my next step. I only use pink Himalayan sea salt. And I'm going to use 3 teaspoons of salt in here. Okay, with the onion powder, I'm using 3 teaspoons as well in this dish. Now, the recipe I was using, it didn't call for this much, but I had to use more because of the amount of potatoes that I was using. Because remember, I'm trying to make a giant hash brown. So that's why it's so much of the ingredients. So I'm using brown rice flour, and no, the recipe that I'm using, he did not use brown rice. He used regular rice flour. Well, he didn't really say which kind. He just said rice flour. And again, it didn't. The recipe did not call for as much, but I had to use this much because of the amount of potatoes. So I'm using 9 tablespoons of the rice flour. And I know how it's gonna turn out or what, but that's what I'm using. Yeah. Da, 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 da. Now, with the potato flour, I'm using 3 tablespoons. 3 tablespoons, you guys. I'm going to make sure I put the link to the recipe so you guys can try it without making this huge amount. Now I know doggone well I should have had all this stuff out and ready already, but I didn't. So hey, I am Martha Stewart, y'all. Patty LaBelle. Just got this organized kitchen. You know I'm working. I'm a work in progress, but I used three three tablespoons of cornstarch, y'all. Three, okay? Y'all bear with me. Sister needs some help, okay? The recipe said potato powder or instant mashed potatoes. Didn't have the powder, but your girl had a box of Hungry Jacks in the cabinet. For old time's sake, what you know about that? Whoop! Like me, be trying to open this damn box and forget that the little thing is on the side, and you been opened it this way, and now, yeah. Don't act like it's only me, y'all. I know y'all do this shit too. Now I can't even open the shit, and that's why I think I just be popping in the top of the box open like that. Cause look, what I need to do, get a damn knife. They know that shit ain't right. Why they can't just hide a little tab you can just take and pull down and pull your shit out? You gotta do all this, but okay. See, that's what they made glad lock and Ziploc bags and all that stuff for. Cause I'm finna open it the black folks way. And then put my damn box into a Ziploc bag. I got bad cats. I got this one, Chaos. He's sweet, real sweet, y'all, but he bad as hell. This cat's so damn bad. And then he do shit. And then he take off running and then stand back and look at you when you go to see what it is he done did. He's standing off in the sideline somewhere watching you to see what you finna do. Knowing he done did some shit he ain't got no business. But my cat's pretty smart. You got your, excuse me, you got your animals and your animals, if you know your animals know you. And my animals, they talk to me, not like, humans. Y'all don't go crazy on me and shit. Thinking I'm, the Dr. Doolittle in the flesh and shit, because I ain't. But your animals do communicate with you. Like, the one cat, Chaos, he's like crazy for treats, cat treats. And I'm going to try to show y'all one day, but anytime after 12 midnight, he start going crazy because he know it's getting close to time for his for him to get cat treats. So he come and he go to everybody, me, the, and Amber, and he got this thing. He shake his tail when he wants something. So he know when I'm telling Amber to go get treats, I just say treats, and I'm not even just do it to be funny, and I be like treats, and that cat take off running to the hallway to the closet where his cat treats are at, and he standing at the closet door and he just shake his tail to the door like, come on, treats, give me treats. Or when he want to go outside, he come to the back door, kitchen door, whatever, and standing there looking at you, facing you, but his ass is facing the door and he's shaking his tail. If you don't get your ass out of here wagging your tail at me, get your ass out of here. But they smart like that. My big baby Boots, he just a crybaby, y'all. He's a house cat / alley cat. I don't know if y'all understand that, but he loves to be outside. He loves to be outside. And he just meow, 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 meow all fucking day long. But, okay, y'all. Back to what I was doing. I got my flour and stuff measured out here. I got my potatoes soaking. So I'm going to give it about, I ain't even see what time I put these damn things on soak. But I'm going to give it about 10 more minutes. I'm letting them soak. Then I'm going to come back and we're going to move on to the next process. I'm going to put this stuff away, clean this stuff up, get this stuff out of my way. Now, this is a huge hash brown I'm making, y'all. So, of course, like normal people, I ain't no restaurant. And like I said, I ain't no damn, I done forgot the lady name again. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Patti LaBelle and what's the Martha Stewart. I ain't none of them. So, I ain't got all that. I got the everyday cookware. So, y'all finna see me make my own restaurant style deep fryer to accommodate this hash brown. So I'm gonna put this stuff away. I'm gonna come back, show y'all what I'm finna do. Now don't y'all be judging me. I know some of y'all, y'all know how to improvise. We wasn't raised with all of this stuff. So let me put this stuff away, clean this stuff. I got two aluminum pans here, right? So you know how at the restaurant they have the basket that they sit the stuff in. Should have washed hands with that they sit the stuff in. And you know how the baskets have all the holes and stuff in it. So I'm finna make my own basket, y'all. Don't judge me, y'all. Y'all better get creative and make it do what it do. And I got my drill. And I'm a little handy with it sometimes. So I'm lying. I don't do no handiwork. But we finna do this. So y'all pray for me. Alright, we got us one hole, y'all. Woo woo. Got us one hole. We're gonna do this. Let me make my holes. Not them type of holes, y'all. My cat took off. She was like, this too much. So, y'all, I know this is pretty loud in y'all ears, so I'm going to go ahead and do my holes. Whoop. And then I'm going to come back when it's all done and finish, show y'all my homemade style deep fried basket. Alright. Okay, y'all. That was a very timely process, but I made it through it. So here's my homemade deep fried basket. Look kind of weird. I don't know. I think it's gonna work, y'all. What y'all think? Guess we'll find out in a minute, huh? I just drilled a bunch of holes in here. And it's more than one basket, y'all, because, I don't want it to be flimsy when I get ready to take it out. And it, how these aluminum pans do. But so that's why it's two of them. I probably should have did three, but I don't know. I got two right here. So my potatoes has been soaking. Now I'm going to take them out of the water. So I pulled the water out of the bowl, and as you can see, there was still quite a bit of water in the potatoes. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the potatoes little by little, and we're going to squeeze the excess water that's in the potatoes out using a paper towel or a clean dish towel. But make sure it's clean. Me, I just use the paper towels. So I didn't do it all at once because there's a lot of potatoes, and I don't think I was going to be able to get all of the water out doing it that way. This is an important step. If you don't do this, you're going to have mushy hash browns. And I don't think anyone likes mushy hash browns. We're making hash browns. We want them crispy. We're not making mashed potatoes. That's a different recipe for a different day. So I'm going to take this bowl and I'm going to line it with more paper towel. So as I go along, I can take my potatoes that I've squeezed already and put them in the bowl and let the water, whatever water that I couldn't get out, drip onto the paper towel. Now it's gonna be fine if you can't get all of the water out, because a little extra moisture is gonna be fine, because it makes it a little easy to mix your ingredients into your potatoes. But you don't want soggy, soupy potatoes. Do that make sense? I hope it do. I hope it do, y'all. And remember, we doing this all by hand, so I know it's not gonna be perfect. Hey, I ain't perfect. You perfect? Well, I take that back. I think I'm perfect to myself. I'm good. Everybody need to boost their self up a little bit, I guess. But anyway, so that's what we're doing. Getting the water out of here. Let it sit over there as you work through your potatoes. I'm sitting back and I'm watching this video as I'm editing. And I don't know, it just came to me like, how many of you guys can relate to this if you're a cook? And I know some of you YouTube creators can relate to it too. It's a lengthy process. And nobody understands the process. If you're not a cook, if you're not a person that cooks, and you're not a YouTube creator, and you're not the ones that's, you got to come up with the material, you have to um, get whatever you need to prepare your meal or prepare your video, and then you have to make it happen. Like with cooking, you got to get your ingredients, you got to prep your ingredients, then you have to cook your ingredients, and then you cook this meal, and then people come and they eat your meal, and it's like, oh, it was good, okay, bye, see you later, when you gonna cook again? It's like, hey, like that just took me a long time. But don't get me wrong, I love to see people eat my food and enjoy it. That is why I love to cook, because I love to see people enjoy the meals that I create or the meals that I cook. I really love it. Thanksgiving, Christmas, I used to love to cook around those times of the year, because the family come over, we can laugh, we can talk, everybody's having a good time until the liquor come in. Hey, don't y'all act like my family the only one get the liquor and don't know how to act. But you know, we uh we tend to have some fun days, around those that time of the year. And I really used to love to cook, but it still don't excuse the fact that sometimes you feel like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Can you come and help me? You know what I'm saying? Like, come pick up something. Say, hey, Keisha, do you want me to um, scramble the eggs, or stir the pot, or check the turkey? Nobody understand it. I don't know. Maybe it was just me. But that was just my thought. And like I said, it's the same thing with these videos. You have to come up with your content. Then you got to be consistent. And then, you have to record your video. And then, if you're not going live and you're a person that wants your videos to be a certain way, you have to edit your videos and all of that. And this is not a, I'm not gonna say easy, because these apps now and things like that can be kind of simple, but it's still a process. It's a very lengthy process, and nobody understands it. And then when somebody gets on your video and then they want to talk crap or the thumbs down. Now, don't get me wrong, guy. Take all comments, and everything, I take it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, but it kind of sometimes can be nerve wracking when a person not doing what you're doing, don't know the process of what you're doing, and all they want to do is sit back and criticize and ridicule you, or always just got something to say. So it is what it is. I don't know. I've been a big girl most of my life, and I had to get out of that, what people think about me. And for a long time, that was one of the reasons that you guys did not see me in the camera. Because I didn't want to be the big fat girl sitting next to Amber eating all of this food, but I don't eat the type of foods that she eat. I used to, but I don't anymore. But I didn't want to be that person, you know. But I was like, you know what? To hell with what people say about me. To hell what people think about me. Most of the time, I'm the person that's sitting behind the camera and helping Amber with all of this. It was, and it's a process. And for somebody to come on there and just say what they say, it gets to you sometimes. But hey, it is what it is. Here's my potatoes. After I done got as much of the water out of them as I could. These are my potatoes. Now this is 6 potatoes that I shredded using the grater. I washed them, peeled them, put them in cold water, soak like a ice water bath. Once they was finished, I strained them and squeezed as much of the water out as I could using paper towels. Let me get this out of my way. Okay, so I'm going to put my potatoes in a pan and I'm going to cook them not long, maybe about 3 to 5 minutes, and 1 stick of butter. Not that long, you guys, because we don't want them to be fully cooked or it's going to make them mushy. You don't want the potatoes to get soft. They still a little firm. So I've sauteed them in the butter for a little while. Remember those ingredients I mixed up? Onion powder, salt, potatoes, flour, rice flour. Did I say cornstarch, salt, onion powder? Yeah, those. And I sprinkled a little mashed potato. So really mashed potato, well, potato powder. Okay. So I'm putting this all in here. Try to get it all. I took it out of the bowl because it just wasn't working for me mixing it with that spoon. It had cooled down enough for me to do it with my hands. Plus, it was a lot easier. And I think you guys can see it a lot better doing it this way. So I'm going to finish molding the potato, well, the hash brown. And then I'm going to put it in the freezer. Now, I put mine in the freezer while I went to Walmart. So it had to be in there about, anywhere from 4 to 5 hours because I molded it, put it in the freezer. I went to Walmart, got the things I needed to do the sleeve for the hash brown. Of course, you can't have a McDonald's hash brown without the sleeve, right? Right. So I went and did that, got the stuff, came home, I did the sleeve, which I will show you guys how I did that well. I'll show you pictures of the things that I used and how I did it. And here is the picture of the hash brown once I finish molding it before I put it in the freezer.
Y'all, I hope I ain't went too far over my head, like thinking I can do some shit, and it don't turn out right. I think I should have had more grease. But that's a whole big old, like, gallon of fucking grease.
Yeah, there you go, baby. There you go, right there.
Let's see what's in here, y'all. I'll let y'all know what it turns out to be when it's done. So we just about done, y'all. I don't know. I'm kind of scared. That shit hot.
What you scared of? What you scared of?
It's cooking tea.
I did, baby. I know.
You know?
Yeah, I seen on people broke. So if you put it in the oven and then turn it over. All the let's see the you said it's smoking, right? The brown is done. This side done. That side is getting it done.
Yeah, it's gonna be done in a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I already know. And that wasn't one of the taters.
Well, of course, as y'all can see, I messed it up. Epic fail, but I tried. And guess what? Your girl gonna try it again, because that's what we do. Not a quitter. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure y'all hit that bell. Thanks for watching the roommates. As I always say, remember to love, live, and laugh. Peace out.